Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how I use a system called preset stacking or preset layering to edit my photos in Lightroom. Let's get started. Now the presets you see here are actually available for free on my website, so if you're interested there will be a link in the description below for you to get it. Most of the adjustments you make to a photo can be categorized into tone and color. When you edit a black and white photo, you're essentially adjusting tone, and when you edit a color photo, you add on the color adjustments to it. So in the past, I used to create presets like this, which is basically your one-click edit type of preset where the entire look is saved into a single preset. However, with the preset stacking or preset layering system, I now create presets that either affect tone or color. So for example, I can recreate this look by clicking on tone and then clicking on the color preset. So the reason the color preset didn't override the tone preset is because when I created those presets for the tone preset, instead of checking everything, all I checked was basic tone, excluding exposure because I like to manually adjust that, the tone curve, clarity, dehaze, and I think that's about it. And for the color preset, I checked color, split toning, and calibration. Calibration affects color as well if you didn't already know that. So basically the preset only affects the adjustments that are checked. This means you can even create more specific presets by, for example, only creating presets that adjust saturation or vibrance or a combination of certain tone adjustments to create a desired result. So let's continue editing this photo and I can show you how I stack these presets here. For example, I find that the shadows are a bit too dark, so I have a preset here that does lift the shadows and blacks, and another preset that bumps up the contrast. And then following that, I could lift the blacks to create that matte look. Finally, also crush the brights if I wanted the matte look for the brights as well. I might make some manual adjustments here, maybe bump up the darks a bit because I still find it a bit dark. And maybe the shadows. And maybe I'll lift the lights here as well to make it a bit brighter. And create more contrast. I know it might seem like I just canceled what I did with the presets, but essentially presets are more like a starting point for you to then make adjustments. They do help to save time. And let's play around with these highlights here. Maybe bring it a bit down, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with this look. So as for these presets that affect color, these are essentially a breakdown of the full look. So these are the individual components that make up the full look. Except maybe this one where I added a split tone that created cool shadows, because right now it has warm shadows. Let me just undo that and show that change. So as you can see here, right now the shadows are warm. And if I click on cool shadows, all it does is affect the shadows and brings it to a cooler color. And over here, I've got presets that affect only the red, green, and blue channels of the tone curve. And if I click on this preset here, it'll reset all of those channels. And then if I want to add it back, I can click cyan shadows. That's essentially what the red channel did before. Added some cyan to the shadows. And for the blue, I can add that back in again. And all it does is add some warm shadows and cool highlights. Basically your blue and yellow kind of split tone as well. And now you might be wondering, wait a minute, how did I create presets that only adjust the individual red, blue, and green channels, and even for split toning as well? Because when you go to create preset, the only option is tone curve, and that preset will create adjustments that recorded everything about the tone curve, including the RGB channel and including these adjustments right here. And so there's no straightforward way to sub-select the individual channels, but there is a trick. So let's do an example here. Say I wanted to create a preset that bumped the green, that added some green into the midtones. Just slightly, yeah. And so I would create a preset, select the tone curve, green, midtones. So now we created this preset here, but like I said, it records everything about the tone curve. So if I reset the tone curve and click on green midtones, as you can see, it makes these adjustments as well, and we don't want that. All we want is the adjustment to the green channel. And so what you will do is right click on this, go to Show in Explorer, and you can see that this is the preset that we just created. Double click on it. It's an XMP file, and so it should be read by Notepad or any text editor. So what we want to do here is delete sections of the code that affect adjustments that we don't want to include in our preset. For example, this section of code here affects the slider adjustments for the tone curve, which we don't want, so let's delete that. And then we want to delete the code for the RGB channel. So you should be able to tell which chunk of code affects which adjustment, because the starting and ending tag of the code should be clearly named. For example, this one here is the starting tag for adjustments made to the RGB channel. And it would finish when you see the tag again, but it has an extra / over here. So we would delete that. And we also don't want the red channel, and we also don't want the blue channel here. So delete that. And then you just save. Now if you don't see the changes take effect immediately, just try restarting Lightroom and it should work. Right, we've restarted Lightroom, and let's try this again. So reset this, click on gray midtones, and yep, it works. Let's do this preset that resets everything, and then go to the green and click on green midtones, and voila. All it does is affect the green midtones, didn't affect anything else. And so you can also create presets that affect individual colors in the HSL. So let's quickly go through a couple more examples to show you why I think this system gives me more flexibility in editing my photos. So let's go to this photo here. This is Sam, sub-adult male, and that's what it means. And he's not a full adult sea lion because he doesn't have his full mane yet. And this photo was kindly sent to me from my friend Tamar. She took this photo. So thanks, Tamar. And yeah, so let's do the full look, and then maybe let's just bump contrast. So let's make some color adjustments to get that moody green type of look for the grass. So I'll just fast forward this section of the video. I won't go into too much detail on why I make certain adjustments. That's probably for a different video. But if you're interested in a video like that and how I edit my photos, you can see my work on my Instagram at DailyofFu with 3 O's. Let me know in the comments section below and I'll consider making a video like that. Alright, so this is the final look I'm going with. I like that. And so let's say we make color adjustments and now we want to save a preset just for the color. So check color, split toning, and calibration. Let's uncheck the tone curve and let's call this moody greens. So the preset's here, and let's go to another photo. Let's apply the full look. And so the edit actually looks really good with one click. But let's just say, for example, you messed around the tones and you got the look you want, but you want to change just the color. So you can apply the color preset, and there you go. It just affects the color. It doesn't affect the tone, all the adjustments you just made. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful. If you like it, please leave a like, and any feedback is welcome. So good or bad, I'll take it. Leave them in the comment section below. If you have any questions, comment there as well. I'll do my best to reply. And for the record, maybe this system isn't that new. I don't think it's actually that new, but it's something that I recently discovered and really like. And I realized that not many people are talking about this way of creating presets, so I thought I'd create a video about it. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.